Hello and welcome to another episode of me painting again. Can you see the green tint? Can you see it? I put a very thin, even coat of sap green on there so I can start, having fun with the sky, or this one really. Deep in the woods, there isn't really a sky because it's so deep. So what I'm going to do is get some yellow and this is lemon yellow actually. It's quite a cold yellow. Every colour has its warm and cold counterpart, and I'm just twiddling my brush, look, just twisting it, twiddling it, just twiddling the brush like that, just spinning it and moving it everywhere, wherever we want the light to come through, that's where it'll come through. Yeah, so every colour, every yellow, like this lemon yellow, has a warm counterpart, and today it's Indian yellow. But even your blues and your reds, like red, you got a alizarin crimson, which is more of a cool red, or you could have like a cadmium red, which is more of a warm red. There's lots of different colours have a warm and a cold, and it's something to think about. Warm and cold colours, because you can play with them. Anyway, now I'm going to use my 1-inch brush. I've sort of cleaned it on this paper towel. And I'm going to just go up and down. And then you get different lights coming through there. And now what I might do a bit more, I fancy a bit different light. Maybe there's a bit more of the warm yellow. I can get some of the Indian yellow, mix it up with a lemon yellow, make a warmer yellow. Now the warmer light maybe coming through there and there, maybe there as well. Maybe a bit more there. Wherever. Just going to put my palette down because I don't want to keep holding it. I'm a lazy painter. I like to put the palette on a table or something. And then I just can relax with my brush. Just going up and down again. Get a bit more going on. Let's just go over that a second. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, one more time. There we go. Yeah, it's quite nice. Might just go one light. One light go. So right in the woods, right in there. Now I can get myself a bit of paint. Let's get a bit of this burnt umber, a bit of sap green. If you can see that. I think it's in shot. It's quite a small canvas. Well, it's not that small, it's just smaller. Just thought I'd try it out. See if I can do a painting on it. See, when I buy my canvases, they come in triple packs. And in the triple pack, you get a couple of small ones as well. More smaller. These are going to be trees. If you've not worked that out, I haven't mentioned that I'm going straight into focusing on what I'm doing. I forget to say sometimes. get lost in the painting. Happens to me a lot, actually. Good thing, really, isn't it? You can get lost in this world. So, these are going to be evergreen trees, so we'll put little limbs and things on them. Quite thin ones. Pulling out the paint. But it makes this background material look better, doesn't it? When you start putting these branches and things on. Starts to improve. Send the background back and you got all these different lights and things, and how easy was that for me to do? You could do that. Another one there, another one there, another one, why not? A few more of these. Wherever you want them. And then I'm going to use my brush again. I might get a little bit of green, blue, ultramarine blue that is, and sap green. Using the sap green and the ultramarine blue, I just tap my bristles and then come right in here, and or maybe I'll have a little there. Just using the top brush. Actually, I can use the bottom. I'll use the bottom, it's a bit more effective actually. Some of these limbs have got a few branches. And we can put these on there, make it look a bit more interesting. And you can make it as thickly dense as you want to. I don't think there'll be as many branches full of these down the base because there's all the main part of the trees at the top, and these bits they tend to be a bit like this so you can see through it. Anyway, that looks good, doesn't it? Quite like that. So now I've got to think about what I want. Path, maybe we could have a path. So what I might do, what if I put a bit of, got that green on my brush, green and blue anyway, pull in one direction and get some of this green. Maybe I could have a few bush type things down here. And I'm just tapping and pushing up actually with my brush. Just to get some ground going. Yeah, that looks quite nice. Do you like the way there's a bit of a level? You have like this area, and then behind you've got this area. You've got this, and then you can go in front of that here. And you get like lots of different levels going in. I quite like the idea of a path. Let's get a bit of this brown. It's burnt umber, burnt sienna. Maybe a little bit of this Indian yellow, just to change it a little bit. I'll have a path that goes through there. It kind of comes out like this. Looks like a nice place for a walk. Nice dog walk. Nice place for a dog walk. I'm going to put a bit of yellow in my colour. Bit of Indian yellow. Bit of the white. Maybe there's a bit of white hitting this path. Just take a step back, look at that. Not too bad. I want a few more there. Look at that. Just slapping the paint on there. A bit more. What about that? It's a bit better. Can't really see that path yet. I could lighten it a bit more, I think. I keep stepping back and having a look. A bit more white. Warm it up with the yellow though. Keep warming it up. I hope you could see that. Yellow and white, yellow and white. And then I'll have light hitting maybe this point. Along there. That's a bit better. You can see that a bit better. Just use my finger just to soften some of those areas. Yeah, that's better. I'll do for our path now. Now, what I wanted to do, get the knife, get some of this, burnt umber, flatten it out, cut across, get that little roll of paint, like we do with the mountains. I'm going to put a tree in. Ooh, there, I think there should be a tree right there. And we can bring that down. It's quite thick paint. I think it should live in this bit there, right there. Just give the arm a second. I'm just trying to tidy up the other side. There we go. And then I'm thinking, another one there. Another big one. Big tree cut across, little roll of paint. What are you thinking here or here? Or here? Where would, if we was walking down here, where would we expect it to be? I think it'd be there. I'm gonna put it there. All the way up. Using a knife is fun. It's something you want to practice with. I just check then to see if I press record. Because there's been times I've been painting away, having fun, and I forget to press record. And all the way to the top. Nice. Stand back, have a look at that. It's nice. Give the arm again. Yeah, I'll have that go to there. Right there. It's a nice tree. Should we do another big tree? I feel like there would be another one there. In front of this bush. Here. Choose the other side of the knife. Yeah. Oh, that tree growing almost to the path there. What a great place to walk this would be. Yeah, I like that. I like them trees. So I'm going to add some limbs. Let's add some limbs first. Let's get my brush, my liner brush. This paint isn't the thickest paint. It's one of my home brews. So it works though. It works perfect for this. But you can still use it to do your limbs. It's not too dry. Get all these little limbs growing. I noticed when I was looking at some of these trees, you get some that go sideways like that as well. Almost go perfectly cross. There we go, there's a few more. Now I'm gonna, because we've got our light going, this is what we're gonna do anyway, have our light coming in that way. So what I might do to start it off, get some of this lemon yellow in the sap green. I'm gonna have some more extra light hitting this side. It's gonna hit there as well. Maybe there in front of that one. And over here. Some extra bits of light just to hit in some of these areas. And then what I'm going to do with the knife, I'm going to get some of this burnt sienna. And I'm just going to flatten this out. It's burnt sienna, burnt umber and burnt sienna. Got some white. There we go. It's all marbly. Pull it out really flat, cut across, a little roll of paint, and then we can use that to highlight these trees. Now I could either go like this, pull it around. It might not stick. No, it is sticking. And give these trees a bit more light. I'll try and give it more on this one side. More just touching and pulling it. Like that. Just touching. Pulling. Some areas will take a little bit more, and that'll help the effect because the light's hitting that tree more than the other bit. And then I try and either give it a twist. And then this tree. I'm going to keep this tree a little bit darker. That's what you can do as well. You can move some of the dark that's on there and move it back and darken an area. Yeah, this looks like there's another tree growing there. And a bit of a branch. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then, what I might do with my white and a bit of the Indian yellow, make a really strong, warm colour. and use that for some areas like the light gone ching, hitting that tree a bit more there, and maybe this one as well, a bit more on this one, a bit down here. Just add that little bit of extra sparkle, and then I can use my old brush and get some of that colour and use that as an extra sparkle. Maybe down here, look, that path, bring some of that down. Something like that. Yeah, that's looking good. Some good good shadow in there as well. Speaking of shadow, what I might do, using a bit of this red, crimson and blue, I'm going to mix myself a bit of a cooler colour, red and blue. Sort of a lavendery colour that I can put on the opposing sides. The opposing sides here, I can add a bit of this. Just to cool things down on this one side, and on this one as well. Sometimes all you need to do is just touch it and the paint just comes off nicely. Yeah, there's this branch here. Put a little bit more on that just so you can see it. That looks nice. It just adds that little bit of coolness to the other side. That's nice. I might add a bit of this cool colour back here as well. A little bit of a shadow there. Not all shadows are blue. Well, they generally aren't. But sometimes it's nice to do that. So I might use this colour to put in a few detail in that. I just scraped it in actually. I didn't use any of the colour, I just scraped it. Scrape off a bit of the paint just to add some little details in. So what else do I want? I kind of want a bit more of this colour. I think there'll be a bit more light there. Just look like there'd be more light, possibly a little bit more there. Not too much, I won't go overboard. And then a little bit more there as well. Yeah. And now what I want to do, just knock most of the paint off my 1-inch brush. Go into this darker sap green, a little bit of this purpley blue, sap green, a few dark bits coming down here. Going over that. Branch is growing over there. Should really be behind, should it? It's a big branch. It's okay. I don't mind it in there. Might have a bit of a branch, a bit of stuff growing off this. So why not? And a bit more sort of coming down there. And the trees above. Yeah, I like that. Now, using the same brush, I'm going to pick up some of this yellows and a bit of the white. Just so I can hit some of these lights as well. Maybe a bit of light hitting that bit. All these different pockets of lights hitting him in there. I love hitting the brush like that. Just adding a bit more colour or something. It's picked up a bit of brown and that. Add a bit more darkness, then I can go in and add a bit of that as well. Oh, isn't it easy? Oh, it's so much fun. It's actually a technique. No, we laugh at the sort of stuff. This is a technique used in a not this way, but in a similar fashion by the great Constable. He used to slop on paint when it was partly dry, almost dry. So I read anyway. Whether it's true, we don't know. Well, I think it is. A little bit of light there. A bit there. I quite like that. That's looking pretty nice. Nice little scene. Tempted to put someone in there. I don't know. Should it have somebody walking there? Might leave it. Might just leave it as a nice place we could walk. A silent, nice, quiet place to walk. More light there. Yeah, I think that's all I want to do for this one. It's a nice, easy one. Nice, easy one you could do. No problem. Just going to get my signature down that corner. No, I hope you're enjoying these weekly videos. Let me know in the comments if you're enjoying them, and give this video a like and let me know. It helps me out actually. Helps get the video seen a little bit more. Can't really do that. It's not working. I need something thinner. Slopped so much paint on there. Here we go. There we go, little JB. Yeah, thanks very much for watching this one. Like I said, please give it a like and share it if you can. And trying to make these videos a regular thing, a regular weekly thing. So thanks very much for watching this one. See you at the next one. Bye for now. Cheers.